There exists a recently recognized conceptual framework, the nomenclature of which is derived from the Greek language. However, I am unable to recall whether it is referred to as meta, epi, or perhaps kata. This framework is characterized by the practice of initiating or perceiving situations from a broader and more comprehensive perspective. To illustrate this concept, let us consider a scenario in which a young child is observed weeping over a broken toy automobile. The adults in the vicinity may respond with expressions of amusement, often accompanied by condescending smiles, as they interpret the child's distress as merely a transient episode of emotional upheaval. They may regard the toy as an insignificant replica, lacking the intrinsic value of a genuine automobile, and thus dismiss the child's feelings as inconsequential. In contrast, an individual of wisdom, often referred to as a sage, may observe this interaction with a knowing smile, perhaps perceiving a deeper significance in the child's emotional response. This sage, possessing a broader understanding of human emotions and the complexities of childhood, may recognize that the child's attachment to the toy transcends its material worth. The sage's perspective allows for an appreciation of the child's experience, acknowledging that the sorrow felt in that moment, while seemingly trivial to the adults, is a genuine expression of loss and disappointment. In this manner, the sage embodies a higher level of understanding, one that transcends the superficial judgments of those around him. The contrast between the adult's dismissive attitudes and the sage's empathetic insight serves to highlight the importance of adopting a more expansive viewpoint when interpreting the actions and emotions of others. Such an approach encourages a deeper engagement with the complexities of human experience, fostering a greater appreciation for the myriad ways in which individuals express their feelings and navigate their realities. In realms where thought and language intertwine, a framework broad emerges, rich in design. From ancient Greece, its subtle name doth glide. Is it meta, epi or kata? Who can decide? Mark now a child, in tears, beside a toy, a fragile car, the source of transient joy, while grown-ups chuckle, where condescension's guides, their smiles convey a truth that belies a trinket small. They muse, with laughter bright, dismiss the child's despair, a fleeting plight. For them, the loss is trifling, of no worth. Yet in that tearful gaze, there lies a universe. Enter the sage, with wisdom's gentle touch, a knowing smile, for he perceives the clutch of childhood's bond, beyond mere plastic form. In every sorrow, a true heart is warm. For every tear shed, each pain softly felt, holds depth profound, a truth that cannot melt. The sage, with sight unclouded, will reveal the poignant truths that oft the young conceal. Thus, let us weave a more expansive thread, and honor all emotions, unsaid, in life's vast tapestry, both rich and rife, there lies the art of understanding life. So heed the lesson from this scene conveyed, for through a broader lens, the world is made, to recognize the value in the small, is wisdom's grace, a gift we share with all. A small boy sat on the curb, cradling the wreckage of a toy car in his hands. The plastic chassis had snapped clean through, its once bright paint now marred by a jagged white fracture. His shoulders hitched with silent sobs, his world momentarily undone. A few steps away, a pair of adults observed with mild amusement. One nudged the other, chuckling. Look at him carry on, as if it were a real car. Their smirks were indulgent, their laughter light, the scene already slipping from memory before they turned back to their own affairs. A little farther still, an old man sat beneath a withered tree, watching. His lips curled, not in derision, but in something softer, a knowing half-smile. He had seen this before, in 1,000 different forms, a child mourning a toy, a lover grasping at vanishing tenderness, a man at the edge of his years looking back and realizing what had been lost. The others saw only the toy, plastic, insignificant. But the boy saw something else. The sage saw what he saw. It was a small grief, but real. And real grief, no matter its size, had its weight in the world.